This is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Okay, now we are in Mike's killing field. What we have is Stickman. You remember Stickman from before? Stickman, he brought his friends with him. So we got friends from Stickman. Got Stickman and his 5 friends. And we're going to start with non-lethal weapons, just for a warm-up. It's an exercise. Sticks. It's 2 sticks. Okay, this is 2 sticks, like broom handles. Next, a little longer than a cane. Oh, I forgot to mention, this one is the same length as my tomahawk of the 2. This one is like a cane or a little longer than a cane. When you fight with a cane, you use it more like a sword. Okay. See, you have your poking action. That's how you use a cane. See me practice with the staff. It's a 6-foot staff. It's a little long for this small area. as you can see, with the non-lethal, the shorter sticks don't have the punch. They really, I don't use short sticks. I'm not a short stick fighter. They're more non-lethal. It would be more like for crowd control, like batons and stuff like that. They can be used for lethal means, but it's very difficult. You also have to remember, in this type of environment, with a 6 against 1, their adrenaline is flowing. Sticks are really of minimal use. The smaller sticks, as you can see, the bigger stick, the bigger staff, and the sword, the cane, were more effective than the smaller sticks. The cane stuff is better used as a poking device. I like it when you can break the end off and then make it sharp, and then you poke with a sharp stick. It's kind of tough. Your adrenaline doesn't want to flow too good when you get stuck with a sharp stick. So that's why I would do that. The staff would be mainly for, I use it, I say mainly for exercise. I wouldn't use it for combat. It may look good in the movies, but staff doesn't really concern me much in the way of combat use, but it can be a deterrent. If you look good and you whack a couple people pretty good with it, it'll put some hurt on them. Now I'm going to have to take me a few minutes to reassemble everything, and then we're going to go to the more lethal weapons. Okay, now we're going to try it with the more lethal stuff. I'm still going to start, it's just going to be more of a warm-up more than anything. It's just a warm-up, practice the moves. Remember, like the Tai Chi that I talk about, all we're doing is muscle memory. Before, with the sticks, I can whip up on stuff like that. I know no damage is going to be done. Now this is going to be a little different. These are going to be your edged weapons, and so like I say, there's going to be more damage being done. So that's why I want to kind of take it easy so I can keep the damage to the minimum. Now, this is the first time I've done this, so I don't know how these water bottles are going to react. Oh, and it's starting to rain too. So yeah. Okay, Stickman. He's brought his buddies with him. Stickman just got a face full of steel. So. Got a leaker. I'll finish him off. Whoa! harder than I thought. Okay. The rain's starting to get a little intense, so I want to shorten it up. Whoa! Shows you how sharp a machete is. That's why I'm not looking forward to using a machete, because it'll get caught. We don't want to get caught, but it does do a good job of cutting stuff up. Now, it's non-lethal. You make the blood hit in certain spots, and you can disable someone. But it's not, I don't really consider it a lethal weapon. Down here, people get in machete fights all the time. About the only way they die is they bleed to death. Boy, it really made a difference. No weight. It doesn't cut. String cuts. Wet hands. I already got rid of my knot. Oh, still got the other knife. This is exactly why I try to keep the fights short. The shorter they are, the better your chance of surviving. Okay, this exercise was the exact reason why I find it hard to practice. That's why I would much rather practice the moves, get the body used to it, because the body will take the moves that it needs to do once my mind tells it to do its thing. Now, with this, we're working with objects, and objects, like I say, you don't have the human factor in them, and you're without the human factor, it's just an exercise. And I say even Stickman, the hits Stickman was taken, all it took was just one really shitty weak hit on Stickman would have disabled him, and a good whack would have probably killed him. On any way you look at it, on Stickman, I found it much more versatile. I like the Stickman thing. If it was possible, and if I could get this type of stickman all around me, then that might make it a little bit better. But you still miss the human element. And the human element that the human elements that really make the difference, I mean, it makes the difference, total difference, is the human. They're going to have adrenaline going. That's if they're prepared to fight. The adrenaline will only last you so long. Remember, I told you my fights in Vietnam would last hours. You can't have adrenaline going that long of a period of time. So you have the adrenaline factor in humans that you need to consider. And then the fear factor. The fear factor is that's what makes a big difference. And then if you can strike fear, and that's, remember I told you, just the seed of fear, just a little bit, is all you need. That tells them there's a chance they're not going to make it through the situation. And just that little chance right there is going to weaken them enough where you'll be able to have success over them. So you need that. And I talked about the triangle, using the triangle. I really couldn't do it in this type of situation because, like I say, these targets, that's all they are, is targets. Just like going to the range, you're just shooting targets. That's what these are. They're just targets. There's no human factor in there. So they're not moving. I have to go to them. And so that's not realistic in my specialty. Self-defense. You have to step into my area. And talking about the triangle, you can halfway see it down here. This is a worn area right here, and this is a worn area. But you see, the triangle is too far apart. It's not realistic. And that's why this, let me see, I'll show you. See, there's one place I was getting foot action right there, and right here is another foot action, and a little bit right there. So it's a really small triangle. It's this way, and that way. And that's because I'm going like that. And then going and you're coming like that. That's not the way to do it. So this whole setup wasn't even realistic in the way of combat. Like I say, all it was target practice. It has nothing to do with real life combat. I was hoping I could get some muscle memory type benefits from doing this, but I believe there was more benefit with just me and Stickman when he had his arms and he had his forearms. The guy had forearms. I tried him with legs before, and I always take out the legs. The legs are the easiest thing to take out, so I don't even bother to put the legs up anymore. Because like I say, what they do is they step in to attack. Remember, it's self-defense. So as they step in, I can do a sweep and take out the knee, shin, this type of stuff. So the leg is not the part that I'm really that concerned about. And but like I say, I get more benefit, I believe, just on using Stickman. The other kind of stuff is, like I say, just for show more than anything. I won't be doing it anymore. I say maybe the only way I would do it is I would take my staff and tie a bottle of water on it and let humans try to swing the bottle and hit me, and then I'll try to defend myself from that. I might do something like that, but other than that, the rest of this stuff was not realistic. And I say it might make it as a sport. You might look good. I'm sure, I haven't seen the video, and I'm sure on the video I won't look all that good. But like I say, just if you know anything about my type of fighting, it's not the looks isn't what counts. It's I want to be the last one standing, and I want it to be short. So like I say, I didn't get a lot of benefits out of it. And if I'm trying to think what kind of benefit I did get, other than one, I got it and it blew up with water and it got me, so it kind of cooled me down. That was the only true benefit. Same thing when I went for Stickman, when I got him in realistic stuff, he's out of the way. But see, and then I could have stepped in right amongst the other two, and so I'd been standing where Stickman is. So that's another thing that makes it so it wasn't realistic. So I think if you really want to get the most benefit, I would stay with your Stickman. Get your Stickman out there and get him all fired up and ready for action. And like I say, what I do is, like, I cut off his arms, the string holding the arms. I normally avoid those. I try to avoid them, and then when I go to finish up, then I hack the strings. But anyway, I just wanted to show you an example of training, and this training does not work for realistic training. And I guess I gave you my opinion on sticks. I'm not a stick kind of guy. You pull a stick on me, then we have a problem. It's still a weapon. Anytime you pull anything on me, it's a weapon. And even though it's non-lethal, I don't allow people to hurt me, to harm me. So if you pull a weapon on me, your intent is to harm me. And once you pull that weapon out, then anything goes. But anyway, I say the K-bar didn't get much action because things weren't close enough, so it's not realistic. The machete just chopped everything up, but that's a good idea. And then, like I say, the tomahawk just destroyed everything. But anyway, giving you the results of simulated combat that is not combat. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com. As I was putting things away, I was thinking about what I learned from the exercise. And the one thing that did concern me, and that is the tomahawk slipping out of my hand. I'll review the video to see exactly how it happened, but I know the wetness had something to do with it, the wet handle. So now that concerns me back on what if it was a blood-soaked handle. So I'm not quite sure what to think about it. I know I wasn't wearing gloves, and I think if I knew I was going to be in a combat situation, I think I would want to wear gloves. In Vietnam I didn't, and matter of fact, okay, no, when I was training SWAT teams, I wore gloves, and that was definitely needed because a lot of times there's glass, a lot of broken glass, and a lot of explosions, so you'd bring your hands up to protect you from explosions and stuff like that. So I did wear gloves when I was training SWAT teams. So when I know I'm going to be in a situation, I do wear gloves. So one thing I'm thinking now, I may want to start practicing more with gloves. I do practice already, but I need to do the majority of my practice wearing gloves, because there's going to be a difference in the type of gloves that you wear. It's going to make a difference too. So I got to figure out the right kind of gloves I'm going to be needing if I'm going to be using the tomahawk. But that's just another one of the things I've been thinking about. And now I'm going to review the video and see if I can get some more, what kind of good stuff I can get out of my exercise.